Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 121 of the Need to Nerd podcast. I'm one of your nerds, Heezy, and I'm joined by the other nerd, Paddy B.
Oh, hello. Nerds. Nerds. I missed you last week.
Yeah, I missed you too, man. I literally texted you and said, I missed you because we're doing a podcast.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, so it's been a while. We did a Wish review. It's very funny. We did that review 2 weeks ago, and I've now probably seen the movie 3 more times. My kids sing all the songs word for word, and it's like easily the movie of the Howland House right now.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah. And
If you haven't checked it out, go see it.
The more that I watch that movie, the better I think it is. I think it's just so good. So, we aren't talking about which. I mean, maybe we will. But before we get too far into the show, we're talking about we're just going to do the housekeeping. Never share the Discord. We had some new members join this week. They're looking for Pokemon to trade. If you have the DLC, you're looking to complete your Pokedex. Don't forget to head over to the Discord, see if there's people there to trade with. He needed they needed the Violet Pokemon, or not the Violet, the Scarlet Pokemon. I have Violet, and my Pokedex isn't close to complete, Paddy. And Maxwell's Pokedex on Scarlet is even further away. Dude is not about completing
collecting
Pokedex.
them all.
He is about getting level 100 Pokemons.
Yeah, I think that those are both goals that you can accomplish.
Yeah.
And there are two very different goals in playing that game, which is cool. It's something for everybody.
If you have the Pokedex complete, you want to help out a homie, head on over to the Discord in the show notes and just let them know in the video game section. Also, share the show. Share the show with your friends. Share the show with your family. It's Mother's Day, the time of recording. Share the show with your mom. Your mom's a little nerdy. Share the show with your enemies. If you don't like the show, trying to punish people. There's tons of ways to share the show. And then also, the contest. So, you hit that subscribe button on YouTube if you're watching there, rather than listening on the audio feed. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, this podcast and Smash 2 are giving out a Nintendo system with the newest playable Smash game. So check it out and hit that subscribe button. But it's May. It's our Need to Nerd episode. Every month we try to do an episode where we just talk about things that we've been doing, the things that we're looking forward to, and go from there. So, what are we nerding out on right now? I'll go first. Star Wars Day happened. As the time of the recording, we did Star Wars Day. My daughter has asked me if it was Star Wars Day every day since Star Wars Day, which is pretty great. How was your Star Wars Day, Paddy B?
My Star Wars Day was fantastic. I got to spend it with my buddy Spencer. We jammed a entire Galactic Conquest on Battlefront 2, which was a blast. I got out of rehearsal and we did that.
Yeah, I had a ton of fun. I love Galactic Conquest. Yeah, I did a lot for Star Wars Day. You gotta try my Star Wars Day drink. You gotta review it.
Oh yeah. It's very tasty. It's very dangerous. I could see how it would be very easy to have a lot of that blue Star Wars.
I made a TikTok of this I think last year on Star Wars Day or the year before, but it is literally champagne with Hypnotic, which Hypnotic, for those who don't know, is this blue cognac vodka something else. I don't know what else is in it. But it's like brandy and vodka, and it's blue, and it very much resembles the color of the blue milk in Star Wars. Funnily enough, for Revenge of the Sixth, there was blue milk at the stores. Star Wars themed blue milk. So there's blue milk in my fridge right now.
That's awesome. I just have regular milk. Normally when I do color changing things as people who, Shelby and I bartend, her more than me. She was actually bartending this weekend at Kilby Court. It was a good time. But we normally just put like blue curacao in our champagne, but you take it a step further by adding more alcohol.
Blue curacao is alcohol.
Yeah, but it's good. It was really tasty.
Yeah. And then I watched Tales of the Empire for the first time with Patty B while we did the Galactic Conquest. That was fun. I'm probably gonna watch it again with my wife. But it was not what I expected, but it was good. Maybe we'll sit down and do a review sometime of it. But I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was good. One thing that that you mentioned when we were going after like your initial response was there was a lot of focus on um like a couple characters where Tales of the Jedi was like an episode on all different characters. Um,
Yeah, like that one had like 2 episodes on Dooku, 2 episodes
mhm.
on Ahsoka. You know, 1 episode here, 1 episode there. It was. I mean, if I probably rewatched it, I'd probably say, "Oh, this is just Dooku and Ahsoka focused," maybe. But I don't know.
Cool.
Uh, yeah, and then watching My Hero season 6 with Maxwell to prepare for our episode later for our season 6 review. Season 7 is dropping week by week. I need to watch the episode that dropped yesterday still, but it's been interesting. I don't know how much more of the season Maxwell's going to be allowed to watch. For those who don't know, my son is turning 8 this year, and I've let him watch quite a bit of My Hero because he really, really loves it. There are episodes that I haven't let him watch, arcs that I haven't let him watch, like the My Villain Academia arc he didn't get to watch, the Stain arc he didn't get to watch, and I don't know if he's gonna get to watch the Todoroki episodes of the family dynamic here that are coming up. I think it might be a little too sad and intense. We'll see. But yeah, that's what I've been watching. That it's been a blast to rewatch that season. I think season 6 is so good. And then last night I finished live action Avatar: The Last Airbender season 1, and it was funny. My wife was sitting, and Maxwell's been watching Avatar: The Last Airbender again, just like the cartoon, and she was saying that she was surprised at how much they combined in season 1 and season 2 as far as like secret tunnel or like jet
my cabbages
or yeah, just there's a lot of things that kind of got put into season 1 of the live action that she didn't notice until rewatching the cartoon again. But I asked her, does it make it better or worse? She says, I think they're just different, and that's okay. And I think that's like such a good way to approach this show, and your love for this the season finale, like when he gets in the pond with the koi fish. I looked at my wife last night. I was like, this is gonna be so cool. Like I know what's about to happen, and like I'm so excited to see this live action. It's gonna be dope, and it was super dope.
It was, yeah. The VFX for that last episode were chef's kiss.
Yeah.
I'll be excited to talk about that.
What are you, Patty? What you been nerding out about?
So last time I was talking about how Shelby and I finished the live action Last Airbender. And following that, we started watching we binged the first season of Legend of Korra. Because I had never watched Korra. Love the the original animated series, but never got into that. So that's been great. I'm mostly through Fallout.
Wait, hold on. I have so many questions.
Okay,
Went too fast. Did you start season 2 yet?
I can't remember exactly where we're at. We might have started season 2.
Okay.
It's been a minute. We share not share. We gotta figure out Netflix.
Okay.
They've been cracking down on families that may live in 2 households.
Sure.
So trying to figure that out.
So
I couldn't quite tell you exactly where I'm at.
Season 1 is fantastic. It's like actually really amazing. We've reviewed all of them here on this podcast, all of the Korra seasons, and it's funny. Former Coast West was texting me about Korra like a week or so ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. Yeah, we were just talking about like if his opinion had changed on. So I don't know how to say this. Season 2 is not the best.
Okay.
It's got some really good episodes. Season 3 and 4 are really freaking good.
So you just have to kind of get through season 2.
I mean, it's not like you'll enjoy it. I mean, it's fine. It's just like a sharp departure from the rest of the series, as most of it takes place in the spirit world.
Oh, okay.
So it's very different.
Gotcha.
And then you said you're mostly through Fallout.
Yeah.
Which Fallout?
The TV show Fallout. On Amazon Prime.
Got it.
I've never played any of the games. But this show has been really entertaining. It was so entertaining. Shelby has had a hard time sleeping, so she actually ended up binging through the series without me. So I'm catching up now with that series, and it's really good.
Nice.
And then kind of just with you, which I put it in my my note here of My Hero. We did finish My Hero season 6, so we can do our episode on that. And I was curious because it was funny. Spencer called me the other day, and he asked me like if it was okay, like if I would approve to have Maxwell watch the episode.
You can't spoil what happens in season 6.
Sure.
On that, I mean, I guess you can't. You just have to warn people. You got season 6 spoilers.
Sure, fine. There is a. You talked a little bit about the Todoroki stuff, and he does have those quirk deleting bullets. I will not say who gets.
You can say it. Like we've already said spoilers.
Have we?
Yeah,
okay,
we're saying
spoilers. Spoilers. Come back in like 2 minutes. So at Aizawa,
at the end of an episode,
he seems to be hit with
he gets hit with a quirk deleting bullet, and you hear Deku scream, and then the episode ends.
Yeah.
And I didn't let him we'll start the next episode, and I was like, I don't even watch this. He's like, what?
Like, hold on.
He's like, what do you mean? I have to see what happens. I was like, I don't know.
Like, I hate this.
I don't know if you watch this. And then he's like, I was like, let me get somebody's opinion. And so I called Paddy. I was like, and I told Paddy what part it was at, and Paddy goes, oh.
Yeah, and then out of craziness, I'm not able to give him my answer because my phone dies.
So here's what happened. So for those who don't know, well, I guess I'll tell it in the way that this happens. I said, all right, Maxwell, I'm gonna let you watch it, but we're gonna have a talk first. And I just kind of told him, I said, hey man, like this show's not real, and like the things that happen in the show aren't real. And sometimes when you're watching anime, especially, things get really extreme where they're like things are not appropriate for the real world, or they're exaggerated beyond what's normal. And, we kind of had a conversation about it. And, he's like, okay, I understand. I was like, if you have bad dreams tonight, I need you to come to me. I'll get out of bed. We can talk about it, like, all that stuff.
Okay. Good Dad Spencer.
I press play. And for those who, don't remember, like my wife, because I called her and asked her too. She's like, I don't remember what happened. So I was like, all right, I guess I'm making this decision.
Okay, yeah, because that was where it landed. Was I'm gonna call his mom.
So the literal opening scene to the next episode, this bullet has just at this exact second hit the leg of Izawa that was going to remove his quirk. So Izawa, in Izawa bad A fashion, pulls out his knife and chops off his own leg at the knee. And my son goes, "Whoa, why did he do that?" And I was like, so that he wouldn't lose his quirk. He goes, "Oh, that's really smart."
Oh, okay. That's great.
And like, he did come talk to me like 3 more times after the episode. He goes, "I'm not scared, Dad. I know it's not real. I'm not scared, Dad. I know it's not real." He's probably a little scared.
Yeah.
But it was good. It was good. It was a fun moment to get to have with him. Like,
yeah.
I would say know your kid. I get people asking me about My Hero and like if their kid's old enough to watch it a lot because of this show and because people know I love the show. Like, I'm sure you've seen on Facebook people tagging me like, "Spencer, I finally watched My Hero." Like, it's just one of those things that like they know I love it. It's like it's kind of like people tagging me in like the her sister was a witch, right? Like, people just like know that's just like part of my core. And if your kid, you know your kid better than most, but like, you know, I would say that I probably exposed Maxwell to some things too early. So, for example, when Maxwell watches Dragon Ball too much, he actually gets a little bit violent because there's that show's all fighting, and so we've had to like talk to him about like, hey, like, you know, you can play fight with people, but like people have to agree to play fight, and you can't get real and like stuff like that. But yeah, I think that like anime is a fun part of my fatherhood because I get to do something that I love with my son. You know, I told you to watch Blue Lock. Like, that's one of those animes that like really fun to watch with my kid. He's really into the oh man, I can't remember the name, but the basketball anime. He really likes that one too.
So, oh yeah, you were telling me about that one too.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Like, I guess you asked me, so I guess I didn't steal your thunder.
I did, yeah, because that was my big question. Like, I didn't get answered, because my phone died, and like I messaged you through the cut on our like team Discord.
Yeah.
So
what's next for you?
So next for me, I do want to finish Fallout. I've got like 3 or 4 more episodes to go with that. So that'll be cool. I want to start season 7 of My Hero Academia. I am pretty bummed that I can't binge it like the other ones. This is going to be new.
Have you watched that show subbed before?
No.
I know the dub episodes they were doing simuldub right before the pandemic.
Uh-huh.
But let me look. I don't think the dub is out yet.
I think we watched episode 1. I think we watched episode 1 of season 7.
Is episode 1 dubbed already?
And it was dubbed.
When did you watch it? I haven't seen that.
Like this week.
Did you watch the recaps?
Maybe it was just the recap that we started watching, because we started watching and then we're like, I didn't want to go further until.
I think you did watch the recaps because I think you might have been watching at the same time as us too, because all of a sudden it started an episode during the recap. I was like, what just happened? And I thought there was a bug, but now it all makes sense.
Ah, okay, cool. I mean, yeah, it was a bug.
That's fine. I don't care if people know that I share my Crunchyroll with you. Yeah, I season 7. I watched the first episode already. I gotta watch the second episode. Probably today. I think I've said this on the show probably 3 or 4 times, but people ask me how I watch My Hero. I watch it subbed by myself. Then I usually watch it dubbed by myself. Then I watch it dubbed with my wife. But she might want to watch this one subbed. She watched a couple of them subbed with me last season.
Yeah, I'll give it a try. I've been mostly just team dub because I can't
you speak
stay
English?
focused. I do speak English.
Yeah.
Um,
Honestly, I would say that it's okay to wait.
okay.
It doesn't take that long. I assume that we'll get episode 1 dubbed next week.
Okay.
Like
cool.
around the time that the third episode drops. They're usually 2 to 3 weeks behind at most.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah. But and then if you're like, oh my gosh, I have to see what happens next, you just can always watch.
You can't. Yeah, you
can just watch the sub.
Yeah. Okay. So that's where I'm at with that. I am excited to start Acolyte here in June. That's another thing I'm going to be doing next, and then I kind of want to find a game to play. My Xbox is over here chilling, not plugged in. Just haven't played since finishing Witcher. I haven't really like played a like video game. That's not like Magic Arena.
Why didn't you grab Red Dead when you were here?
That is a fantastic question. I'm not sure. But I do want to find something that I can play while just like having downtime at home with Shelby.
Sure.
Like she'll be Poshmarking and stuff, and I want to find something that I can play that doesn't have to necessarily be a show. So
yeah, that's fair. Let me know what you're thinking. I got lots of stuff lying around. Did you get Game Pass Ultimate?
No.
That
like I said, my Xbox has been turned off and plugged in, unplugged. So I don't have much time.
Sure, that's true.
So like, I really got to make with the show and work and everything, just my time count. So,
and I guess both of our next SCG Vegas is coming up June 6th through the 10th, or I guess it's the 7th through the 10th, but getting there on the 6th.
Yeah.
My plan is just play the Pioneer 5K on the Friday and kind of just chill in Vegas, and go, if I decide to play like a Reseq or something another day, whatever. But that's kind of my plan.
Yeah, I like that. It's a pretty good plan. Yeah,
Magic
I will probably also play. I will probably also play the Pioneer 5K. Is there standard stuff? I know. I kind of wanted to play it. It sucked that I couldn't do much store championships. Because I think standard's pretty fun right now. I guess now that pull up the list of events here.
So for those who don't know, SCG is a store in Virginia that they do events for Magic the Gathering, Flesh and Blood, Lorcana, which are all featured in Vegas this year. This is about as close as they get to us whenever they go. This is happening on Modern Horizons 3 pre-release weekend. So a lot of the events are
MH3 themed.
MH3 events.
Yeah. Unless you play Commander, or also known as.
Yeah, and then the main event is actually Commander. There's a Commander 8K, which is a little, not my style.
Yeah. Oh yeah, do like Modern Horizons 3. We'll probably do like a Modern Horizons 3 draft or sealed. That sounds fun.
Yeah,
especially
I'd probably come down for you for that. Like the girls go do something. We can.
Want a 2-headed giant?
2-headed giant. I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, it's fun stuff.
The thing is like the one that I want to do. There's no way I can do it because it's so expensive. I want to do the full box sealed pre-release, but it's $300 for the box. That's just like.
Yeah.
So yeah, 2-headed giant sounds fun. 3 rounds of. It's only 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Dude, I'd totally do that with you. It's like $60 each. That seems worth. I'd totally do that with you.
Maybe the Reseq if we scrub out.
So after Vegas, probably No, probably not. This actually might happen sooner than Vegas. But I need to go watch Spider-Man. I think it's still on Netflix, and I just gotta hit that play button. Mm-hmm. I honestly like it's sometimes hard for me. I've said this on the show. Like, it's sometimes like, I'll go watch 6 episodes of an anime, but like sitting down to watch a movie sometimes can feel a little daunting to me at this point. And then I go watch 3 movies on Star Wars Day. So like clearly it's like a all in my head thing. But so gonna watch Spider-Man. Probably get that done so that we can review it on the show. And then the big one's coming, man. For those who don't know, I'm a huge. We actually had a server in our Discord where we would play Valheim for a little while back in like 2022, and I'm a huge Valheim gamer. And after the Mistlands, I want to say, I don't know, like maybe that was in 2022. To be honest, the Ashlands update is coming out, which means after this one they only have one more biome left to complete before the game is out of early access after years and will be a full game with everything complete. So we're one step closer, and it's quite a huge update, and quite a few of my friends, that I played Valheim with over the years are planning to start a new world, get back on and get through the Ashlands, which is really exciting. Like it's legitimately something I'm really excited for. Valheim is in my top 5 favorite video games of all time, and is probably my number 1 multiplayer game ever. It's unbelievably fun to get in a server with your best friends and just like take this game down. It's the best. So it's coming. It's in public test right now for the Ashlands, like all kinds of new stuff. I'm really excited.
Awesome.
And then I guess my birthday's coming up, so that could be fun. I don't know. I might do something nerdy then.
Yeah, we'll have to do something nerdy on your birthday.
Probably not on my birthday. My birthday's like a Thursday. I mean, if you're gonna take off work, you could come over. I don't know. I am debating whether or not I am taking work off on my birthday. Mm-hmm. I have never worked on my birthday in my life. And I was talking to my mom about this. Like, she didn't make me go to school on my birthday. Mm. And also, my birthday often falls on a holiday every X number of years, or on a holiday weekend. So, like, it's like one of those birthdays that, like, this is one of the years that it's not on it's not on the weekend. So.
Gotcha. Well.
Do you want to know?
Yeah,
I'll tell you. Do you really want to know?
Yeah.
It's the 30th.
Oh. Okay.
So it's a Thursday this year. Let's get into the nerd news. Nerd news. Okay, so here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. The thing, Patty B. Nintendo made an announcement on their Twitter that said, it's been X years since we revealed the existence of the Nintendo Switch. And in this next year, we will reveal the successor to the Nintendo Switch. This fiscal year. So I think their fiscal year starts this month? I don't remember. And for those who don't know what a fiscal year is, it's the year that you do your budgeting and your like all of your budgeting is done in your fiscal year for your company. So like, some companies start their fiscal year. A lot of companies will start their fiscal year in October or November. A lot, it's very sometimes like a lot of people just don't do January to December. Mm-hmm. But, so within this fiscal year, there will be a. They also said that there will be a Nintendo Direct talking about the remaining games coming out before the successor, and that will happen in June, and that they will not be announcing anything about it in that Direct. So we know that won't be the Direct that we get to see it. But I'm kind of curious. Like, here we are, man. Like, we knew this was coming. like from all the insiders, like we knew that they showed it. They already showed this kit to developers at, was it E3? I don't remember where they did it. They showed this off months ago. We know the kits are out, and they're getting ready to say like, "Hey, here it comes." You know, we thought that it was going to come out this year, and that it was announced that it was delayed. What do you want it to be, Patty B?
I don't know. I've loved the handheld console, and
The hybrid model.
Yeah, and where it kind of, we kind of been, not that it's not that it's been something that we've necessarily like needed, but like we do need to get a new Switch at some point here. Um, so maybe it's good that we've waited till till this year to do that with new hardware coming out.
The rumors are that it will be as powerful as an Xbox Series S, which is the white, the little white digital only Xbox.
The one that we recommend for folks because of Game Pass.
Yeah.
Right, like we say like PS5 for hardware.
Yeah, it's the one that costs the same as a Switch.
Yeah.
Apparently it can't play Baldur's Gate though, which I learned this week.
Oh.
Baldur's Gate is a little bit too hard for it. But I don't think my computer could run Baldur's Gate. So but yeah, I think that my hope is maybe I'll do a TikTok on this or a video on this, but like I'll just rapid fire some of these. I think that it needs to hold the Nintendo online account. You know, we just went from a world where the Wii U and the Wii had all these virtual console game systems that people paid for, and even the DS. You know, you could buy gold, silver Pokemon on them, and it didn't transfer into the virtual console. Wasn't on the Switch, and you know they have this online membership now, and I think that they need to keep all of that online membership. Like if I day one load up my Switch 2 or my Switch 2 Electric Boogaloo, I should be able to play all those 64 games, all those NES games, all of those Super NES games, all of those Sega Genesis games day one. That's like, that needs to happen. I also would like it to be backwards compatible with the Switch. I would like
that'd be cool
to be able to plug in my Switch cartridge and play my Switch games still. I'm not done with my Switch library. Like, I think that, you know, I understand that the consoles had a really long life. I mean, I think I've had mine since Maxwell was born. You know,
wow, yeah.
Shortly after Maxwell was born, and I have 3 Switches in my house now. My wife's got a Lite. I've got an OLED, and the family has the OG that we originally got, and like it's up there. Like it's funny. I always say it's my favorite system, but then I've been playing on I bought an SP, as I said on a couple weeks ago on the show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Dude, that thing, I lay in bed and I'm like transported back. It's all nostalgia. I know that screen is so tiny. I don't, but you don't realize it when you're in the game,
right? Because you're focused on that small screen, so everything else is just
anyway. So my other thing would be like backwards compatibility. I think the hybrid model should stay the same, and then I would like to see more tech in the dock itself. So, you know, upscaling to 4K would be really cool. The way that the Switch works is the only reason it does 720 in handheld is because of the like, you know, it just like the battery life it would take. It could totally do 1080p HD in handheld, but like the battery would die too fast. So I think if on the dock, I would love upscaling, and I would love at least 1080p in handheld. I know this is stupid. After playing in handheld with an OLED, I really hope that they stay with the OLED model It looks so much nicer than the other one, but
yeah, it's real clean.
yeah. Anyway, those are just some of my thoughts on the Switch.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, let's go to some bad news.
Yeah.
Xbox let go of I think 3 Bethesda studios. None of the major ones, but some that had pretty good records of games. And there's been some rumblings recently about how Microsoft is turning this into Microsoft Gaming and no longer Xbox. And I think that's a bad thing. I think that having them separate was really important as far as like having Xbox be its own console with its own identity. And I don't know, I'm scared. There is so much that could come out of all of these studios being bought by Microsoft and by Xbox. I really hope that we find I really hope that we find a way to continue gaming the way that we like love to game. But like PlayStation, for example, announced that like we're getting near the end of the PS5 life cycle, and it's like, what? How can that possibly be true? No games came out. Like you did Spider-Man and like what else? Like if Xbox said that right now, people would lose their mind. Like literally, only Starfield came out. They're gonna release Starfield for other things. Halo Infinite took forever to come out. Like what? What are we doing? We all spent like $500 on these consoles that were impossible to get, and we're like, all right, we're done. It's like you guys didn't release anything. Anyway,
yeah,
that's why I'm upset that the Bethesda studios are closing. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, they bought up a lot. It seems like a thing that they've been doing more often than not. They'll like buy up a studio and then like.
Well, they bought them 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Like we did like. So they announced the sequel to Skyrim, right?
Right.
Which is awesome, but like that's not coming out for a couple of years. Is it? Is it not coming out on the Xbox Series X? What is it coming out on? Like, is PlayStation? Is it going to come out on the PlayStation? I don't even know. I don't know. Anyway, that's sad news. Just wanted to cover it. Let's talk about the new Lord of the Rings movie.
Yeah. So I saw this the other day. There was some news that Andy Serkis is going to be returning on a Gollum focused film. Lord of the Rings, the Hunt for Gollum, and it's supposed to release in 2026. So that's about all we have on it, but I'm excited. The more Andy Serkis we get.
Peter Jackson?
And Peter Jackson.
Okay, I'm in.
So
I'm also one of the people that didn't hate The Hobbit, so
it was okay.
It was fine. It was a good popcorn flick.
Yeah. And I do love oh shoot. What is the actor's name? I'm losing my mind. He was in Sherlock and The Hobbit and Black Panther.
Bilbo?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great.
I'm sorry. I've just spaced his name. A name that I have not spaced is Ralph Ineson. So we've seen him on things like Game of Thrones, Green Knight. He has this really dark, deep voice. It's a pretty iconic voice, and he's been cast as Galactus in the new Fantastic Four movie. So they've got a lot of awesome stuff going on with that. I don't know if you haven't heard the news. Pedro Pascal is going to be playing Reed Richards in that movie. Vanessa Kirby is Sue Storm. I don't know this actor, Eben Moss Bachrach, is going to be the Thing, and Joseph Quinn is playing Johnny Storm. The highlight there obviously is Pedro as Mr. Fantastic, because I love everything that he does. But I think this is a really good choice for this out of this world level character. I think it's a perfect choice.
You're not a downer. I don't care.
I know.
See, here's the thing, man. They bought Fox in 2019. 2019. That was 5 years ago.
Yeah, man.
5 years ago, and we're getting our first.
Man, two things happened: the pandemic and the writer's strike, an actor strike.
All right.
Like it's okay. It's okay that it's taken a while. We're here now.
5 years is so long.
I know.
When did Endgame come out? Was it 2018?
I think so.
Come on, man.
Yeah, the other stuff, multiverse stuff, has been, because I feel like there was some things, like a time period that like had to, even after they bought Fox, that had to like go before, and like we're getting our first, bit of that with Deadpool Wolverine in July, which I'm super stoked about.
Maybe I need to go watch Ant-Man Quantum whatever and like see if that kicks my interest. No,
it won't. No.
Okay.
Especially, and like also like they're having to move through with all of the horrible stuff that happened with Jonathan Majors.
I'm sure they'll just recast, right? Like that's whatever.
Yeah, we'll see. But I what I'm hoping is that they make a shift to someone like Doctor Doom or Galactus 4, like the big villain moving forward. So maybe that will be the change that we're looking for. Last two bits of news: there was a new House of the Dragon.
Hold on. I don't want to be too big of a downer. I just like the Infinity Saga was so good, and I don't want to like. I'm not gonna like. I'm excited for the new Captain America. Like, just really excited. I saw toys at McDonald's this week, and I was like, "Oh, that's so cool!" I didn't even realize this was coming. Right. I'm excited for Deadpool, like, and the fact that Disney's letting Deadpool happen is super cool. So, like, I'm not like all out on Marvel. I'm just like, I think that the TV shows wore me out really hard.
Sure. Yeah. I like them.
One Marvel movie a year was like, that was sick. Like, you gotta go see your Marvel movie every year. It's feeding into this bigger story. But like the TV shows, I just couldn't. They released all of them at once, and I couldn't keep up.
Yeah, kind of got lost in the sauce. Yeah. Well, and Daredevil was coming back with a lot of the main cast. I think the actress who plays Jessica Jones, there was something on her Instagram where she has purple hair again, which is like very very Jessica Jones. So I don't know, some of the Netflix stuff that we loved maybe coming back, and
that's
a good thing.
I was not a Netflix Marvel guy. Like I'm trying to think. There was Jessica Jones. There was Daredevil. There was
Luke Cage.
And
Iron Fist.
I think the only one I watched was a little bit of Daredevil.
Iron Fist was really good. I see. I don't know. I personally love some of these things that weren't very popular with the masses.
I think most people really like Jessica Jones and really, really liked Daredevil.
Yeah. Season 1 of Luke Cage was really good too.
Cool. Anyway, you're talking about House of the Dragon Season 2.
Yeah. So we got two separate trailers. One that focuses on each of the two warring factions. So I think that's supposed to come out sometime this year. Super excited about that. And then this I just saw like last night, and I don't know what this is all about, but I guess Disney Entertainment, Warner Bros. Discovery announced that Disney Plus, Hulu, and Max will be bundled together.
Yeah, it's like 24 something.
So you can see all your superhero things in the same place. Marvel and DC together.
People are getting really mad about this type of stuff. Like,
yeah.
I know that I think ESPN, Fox Sports, and was it NBC are also going to get together to create what?
I said, oh, are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
And people are like, this is just cable, and it's like, well, yeah. Like it was inevitable once the cable companies lost, and all of the ownership went to the content creators. It's obvious that like now they get to work with each other and now they get to remove the third party and go from there. Like, yeah. I don't know. I already have the early Disney Plus bundle. So I have ESPN Plus, Disney Plus, and Hulu.
I am not changing that.
And like I'm never changing. Like they price increased our bundle, and it's still cheaper than the new bundles by like
for all of those. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no. Never canceling Disney Plus. I'm on that same plan. And we have Max separately. So
yeah, we actually get Max. We're supposed to get Max through our phone. And I gotta fix it. So
yeah, there's a few different ways. Maybe we can do an episode on that of like how to hack, not hack, but like what offers what, like to get your streaming services in order. Because there are a few different things. Like for example, like we have Walmart Plus for the bartending business, and that comes with Paramount Plus.
There you go.
So
also Paramount Plus is like $4. So
yeah, but like,
sure,
that's not nothing.
Sure.
So,
all right, that is going to do it for this one. Let us know what you're excited about in the nerd news, what you've been nerding out about. Leave a YouTube comment; it totally helps out. And also, every 2 months we like to plan our topics. Leave a comment if on YouTube or on the Discord. Give us suggestions of things that you want to talk about. Leave a review on Spotify. Give us that 5 stars. And then, if you head on over to the iTunes or the Apple Podcasts, the podcasts with the apples, then, you can leave an actual review there. Where can people find you, Paddy?
They can find me on Twitter, formerly known as Twitter, at PattyBMTG. Maybe one of these days I'll record a TikTok.
One day.
The world will never know.
Find me at Heezy Game on the Twitters. You can find me every week on CCMTG, a podcast about always improving and Magic together. Every month on Smash Through, a podcast about always improving and Smash. And then, yeah. Like, subscribe, and then join us next week as we talk about our top 5 favorite Disney films. Give me an honorable mention. Give me one that won't make your top 5, but that people should watch. So we're not doing Pixar, right? We're just doing Disney.
I think just Disney because Pixar adds it to there.
Yeah, we don't want to upset people. If we do Pixar, I'm going to upset people.
Probably just because there are so many like Disney classic animations that will come on top. I'm going to say my honorable mention is Robin Hood.
Ooh, Robin Hood. That is my friend Casey Bloodworth's favorite Disney movie.
Yeah, it's up there. I just imagine, and it may not end up being an honorable mention. I might have to move it up as well because it is one of my favorites. But my anticipation, just based on initial thoughts of Disney movies, means it might end up on the cutting room floor, just outside of my top 5.
I am also going to say one that I don't think will make my top 5, but could. And that's Tarzan.
Ooh, yeah.
You know what? Actually, the other one is Brother Bear. I actually just think that those soundtracks both just are. One of my favorite things on TikTok is like when people pretend to be Phil Collins, like in the recording studio for those movies, and they're like, they're always funny. Like there's like so many versions of that TikTok, and they're always hysterical. But like,
I wonder if you've seen them. That he has to have seen some of that.
They're so good. The thing is like it's interesting because like Tarzan's a pretty good movie, and like Brother Bear's like it's a good movie, but like the soundtrack for Brother Bear is so much better than the movie. I think it makes the story in the movie a little bit worse than it otherwise would be. But we should do a soundtrack rankings, like TikTok or something.
Sure.
Like I think that like those two and like Hercules just like are out of this world.
I currently have a bias on there might be one that is not in a lot of people's top fives that will probably
is that
be
gonna
in my
make your
top
top five Disney movies?
It probably will.
I hate that movie. All right.
I know you do.
All right.
You're gonna love the show though.
I'm gonna love it. All right. Thank you everybody so much. We'll see you all next time with another episode of Need to Nerd.